Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So Wilmington 70.3 or North Carolina 70.3 is coming up in just a few days, and I've seen a lot of people asking questions about spectating. So I just wanted to make this is a really quick, very short, low edit video. I just wanted to share what worked for us. I spectated with our kids who were 3 and 5 at the time in 2022. And then last year, Caleb and I both raced. So I got to kind of see it from the standpoint of a spectator and then also as well as a participant last year. And so I just wanted to share what worked for us in 2022 when we were spectating. I spent some time researching. I knew I had 2 kids and I wanted to keep them happy, not get stuck in traffic and make it enjoyable. But we also wanted to see Caleb out on the course a couple times. So I just wanted to share, this is what worked for us, for anybody who may be looking for spots. So first of all, before I begin, if you go to the Ironman 70.3 North Carolina page, you will see that they do have a tab that says supporters, and they have some information there about the tracker app if you haven't downloaded that yet. And then they also have a spectator guide, and they do suggest a few places that you can spectate. So you can use those. I'll just share what worked for us. So first of all, the map here just kind of gives you an overview of this is the swim start and this is the swim end, and then this is the bike start. So we did not go anywhere near this area because, as you can see, there's really only one way to get over to this side across this bridge, and I was hesitant to do that. I didn't want to get stuck in traffic, and it seemed, at least from my personal experience, that getting out of the water, getting on the bike, the athletes already have a lot to think about. When I'm in transition, I'm so focused on all of the things that I need to do that I'm not really looking around or looking for people. So for us, we chose not to go to the swim or be anywhere near T1 for that reason. So I don't have anything to say about that. I know that they do not let anyone at the swim exit because it is private property. So the closest you could get would be the field over here, which is the transition area. What we chose to do is they will get on their bikes and they will come down Eastwood Road. And then here they will turn and they're gonna come up this ramp, and I'm gonna click over here so you can see it. This is actually on the Ironman website, and they kind of have it zoomed in right here. So they're gonna go and do like a turn and then go up this off ramp. So right here, there is a Carrabba's restaurant. So what the kids and I did is we came up this road here, and there's actually a Walmart over here. So if you need to stop in and get anything, we parked our cars right here at this Carrabba's. And then we walked along this little path right here and we stood right here. And it worked out wonderfully because all of the athletes were coming here. They're coming along this road. Then they slow down right here to turn here and go up this way. So we stood here and we were able to see Caleb, and I think maybe he passed off his glasses. Somebody else around this turn, I remember he lost his water bottle as he made the turn, and so I was able to run up and grab it and hand it to him. So this worked out to be a really good spot for us. It's right on mile 5 on the bike, so still pretty early on. Then after that, the bike course will continue on here, and it will go up all through here. We chose not to go along any of this area. I do remember from last year that there were cars. It is not closed off to cars. So there were cars and there were people cheering and spectating along here. So if you choose to do that, you can. We just chose not to because, again, I was just a little nervous about doing everything with our kids. So I tried to limit on the number of spots that we went to. So after we saw Caleb here at mile 5, we chose to go to a park. It's called Longleaf Park, and I just let the kids play for a little while because I knew that Caleb was going to be out on the bike for a couple hours, and I think we went and got some food and just kind of tried to enjoy some downtime. After that, we made our way over to the run course, and I believe we went down this Van Camp Boulevard and came down here onto 117. And the park that we went to, I believe, yes, I remember the Trader Joe's was right there. We went to this Long Leaf Park, and it had a really great playground. And then after that, we came here onto Shipyard Boulevard and followed that up to this Carolina Beach Road and came up here, and we parked right here. So this East Lakeshore Drive is all part of the run course. They will go all along here and loop around this body of water, Greenfield Lake, and come down here. So I actually think I was trying to get up here, but the traffic was so bad that we ended up parking here. So that's just a couple of things to be in mind of. One, pay attention to the road closures. And there is a whole document that they have on the Ironman page that has all of the road closures. So just keep in mind, there's gonna be a lot of roads that are closed and there's gonna be a lot of traffic. So anywhere that you're trying to get to may take longer and you may have to go a different way. So I knew that these roads were gonna be open. So we went here and we actually parked here and we went around this little sidewalk and we're able to cheer right here at East Lakeshore Drive. And this was a really fun spot to cheer because athletes were coming from both directions, the ones who were just starting out and then the ones who were coming back. The kids and I had clappers and bells and we had signs, and there weren't really a whole lot of people there, so it was kind of more of a quiet spot, so it was nice to be able to cheer there. And then after that, we quickly went around this path, and this is the turnaround spot, so this is like right at the halfway point. So we saw Caleb at the halfway mark, and then we quickly went back over here to see him again. After that, we had to walk back around to get to the car because we had parked over here. And by the time we made it back to the finish line, he had already crossed the finish line. However, I knew that that was probably going to happen. And we had talked about it and decided that he probably would need a little bit of a boost more here than at the finish line where there's already a bunch of crowds and people there. So that is something I would definitely recommend that you talk about with your athlete and say, where would you like me to be? What is most important to you? Would you really want me at the finish line to get a video of you crossing the finish line? Or would you rather me be here knowing that Ironman may already record the finish line? I honestly can't remember if they do that or not. So that's what we did. We were right around here at this water stop. So like just past mile 3 and then just past mile 11 on the way back. So those are the spots that we went to. We did make it to the finish line and we saw him. It was just after he crossed the finish line and it was fine. So a couple other things that I would just recommend, like I mentioned, there's the tracker app. Just know that the tracker app is not 100% accurate. It has the timing mats and then it gives like an estimation of where they will be based on their pace, and sometimes it gets off. Also, sometimes the timing mats are not accurate. They may be closer together or further apart than they're supposed to be, and so the splits will be way off. So just keep that in mind. If you see them really slowing down and then really speeding up the next split, it could just be that the timing mats are off. I would also recommend dressing in layers because it will start out cold and then as the day goes on, it will warm up. Also, I recommend bringing signs, noisemakers. If you have kids, also interactive signs are really fun, like the ones that say touch here to power up. Those kinds of things are just fun for kids to feel like they're doing more than just standing there. Also, if you have kids, 2 other things that I recommend are on Friday near T1. So as your athlete is getting their bike and everything set up, there's an awesome playground right there. Or what we did is when Caleb knew he was going to be really busy on Friday with going to the athlete briefing and then walking around the tent, the expo, buying things, getting all his stuff set up, he dropped the kids and I off at the Wilmington Children's Museum in downtown Wilmington, and it was awesome. We spent the whole day there and just had a great time. It was a lot of fun, and that way he knew he had the freedom to spend the day doing the things that he needed to get settled to get ready for the race day. So I highly recommend that. Also, And just those are some of the things that I just wanted to share that worked for us. Those are spots that we went. I know that the run course changed a little bit this year from last year, and now they have shared, I believe I read somewhere that the run course is going to have a hot corner. So instead of starting straight out going down Front Street as we did, you're now going to kind of go north and do like a little loop and come back down. And so I read that around here, this hot corner may be a good spot to see your athlete if you don't want to travel all the way down around by the lake. So definitely do your research and check the road closures, talk to your athlete, but those are just some things that worked for us that I just wanted to share.